Hello, good morning friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa. Today's video is going to be a quick garden tour and maybe a little bit of a harvest. But we're going to get started on the video now. Okay, y'all. This is the Jubilee watermelon. And this is where we're at with the biggest one that we have growing. And then we have a small one here. Now it's shaped kind of funny. If y'all can see that, it was sitting in this slat. I found it yesterday when I was doing some garden stuff. So I was able to pop it out, but I don't know. It has a bad spot right there, it looks like. So that might not amount to anything. This plant's starting to look a little rough. Then we have another small one here. And we're gonna come around to this side. This is a bee balm. This is what it's supposed to look like. And it was looking really good. And then I don't know if a bug got to it or if it's disease or what's going on with it. But it hasn't flowered yet. And we're gonna move on over here to the eggplant. This is a Japanese eggplant. As you can see, we have a flower right here. I've gotten one eggplant off of this. Looks like we might have one growing right there. And that's what that plant looks like. And come over here. Got a little pot of celosia. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera, y'all. This is the cedar planter. So this is what the cedar planter is looking like. Got the zinnias, celosias. There was cilantro here yesterday. I just kind of cut it off because, you know, it had flower, went to seed, and then kind of died. So I sprinkled the seeds all in here. And then I just randomly planted some carrots, but that was done yesterday, so you're not going to see anything with that. And these marigolds are looking really bad. I don't know what could have eaten it. But there's that. We have parsley, oregano, celosia, garden sage. We have English thyme in the back. And then the marigolds again that are getting eaten up by something. This is a dill. The seeds right here that were done, that's sprinkled in, and then I planted some carrots along here yesterday. This is rosemary, zinnias, and then I have nasturtiums in each corner. They haven't really done anything, probably because I have too much stuff in this planter, so it probably doesn't have room for the roots. But most likely I'll be taking up these marigolds and maybe putting maybe lettuce or something. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. So we're going to come over here. Now this pot right here had the Big Bertha bell pepper, but yesterday I cut it off. It wasn't doing anything. It had finally started growing tiny leaves at the top, but it wasn't doing anything. Something was like eating it. I just threw in some kale seeds yesterday just to kind of see. This is the cucumber plant, which we do have some more cucumbers on it. I was going to take this plant out because the last cucumber we got off of it, we had 7 and we ended up only getting 1 because the other ones died. Didn't, I guess, get pollinated. But we have some here, so I'm gonna see what happens. If it doesn't do anything this time, I will probably get rid of this plant. Down here we had the zinnias and they died. They were not looking good, so yesterday I took them out and I planted Swiss charge. Flowers. This is a poblano, and I have a little baby poblano there. Then I have 2 bigger poblanos right here. Now on this plant yesterday, I found a tomato hornworm. So that's why up here there's no leaves. It ate the leaves. But here's the poblano plant. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these poblanos even though they're small, just to see if I can get more flowers. And we're just gonna put those there. This is a jalapeno plant. You can see I have a few jalapenos, and I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these too, just to see if I can get more flowers. So we're just gonna harvest them. And I mean, these two are kind of small. I could have left them on longer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take them because I'm hoping it flowers again. Now this tomato plant, this is a Berry's Crazy Cherry. This plant, I found a tomato hornworm too yesterday, and I got it off. But we had to zip tie it to this to hold it up because it has fallen over twice this week because we've gotten winds and stuff. But I am going to harvest these tomatoes that are kind of turning a little bit. Harvest these. Some of them are starting to blush a little bit, but I might leave those. I have more tomatoes like up here. And then I'll come over here and we're just gonna put those there. Here is a banana pepper plant. This is a sweet banana pepper, and this has a bunch of banana peppers on it. So we are going to harvest banana peppers. This pepper I'm gonna leave on a little bit longer since it's so little. And it looks like something might be eating this plant. I don't know. And hopefully, I'm hoping this will flower more. We do have another little baby starting right here. So we'll see. We're gonna go put this in our little tray right here. And then behind the banana pepper is this bag, which was where the crooknut squash was. It got taken out. Carrots got planted. I did that on a video. This is the only sprout. So we'll see if this does anything or not. We have some flowers back there. This is a tomato plant. Now this plant was getting blossom and rot a lot. So far from what I can tell, these tomatoes don't have blossom and rot. So I'm hoping it stays that way and they can ripen and I can actually get a good tomato from this. Behind that is jade bush beans. So I have two small ones here at the bottom, and then this really big one. Like, this stalk is just crazy. And this big one has not flowered. I'm hoping it flowers, but this is really tall. I have no idea if they're supposed to get this tall. Looks like that might be the first blooms. And then it has some starting buds over there. If these do flower and sit any beans, most likely I will just let it ripen. I'll just save it for seed. Because I don't think it's going to be enough for a meal. Here is the red bell. This is sweet pepper. I do have some bell peppers on there, some flowers, and a little baby right here. So that's cute. Here is the mammoth jalapeno, which I do have some jalapenos on here. I'm going to take some of the bigger ones. Oof, there's a bug. This one's not wanting to come off. There we go. And ones on this side are a little, this one I'm taking because it has a little bit of damage on it. But this is jalapenos. And some of those jalapenos we are going to let get bigger. And we're coming over to the Crimson Sweet Watermelon. That's starting to look a little bit rough. But here is our watermelon. So I'm really hoping it has time to ripen. And then this is our poor cantaloupe. It's looking kind of rough. But it does have cantaloupes. I don't know if they're going to be able to ripen. There's another one there. So we will see if this can do anything. I think maybe it got sun school because leaves were dying and like this is like dead. Some of that. So we'll see. So I'm gonna come over here to these radishes. Should have been growing, and they're not. They're just so little. I don't know if these would even like taste good. They're so tiny, but I'm gonna pull these radishes out. Yeah, because like this one's not even forming, and they should have already been done. That was just barely starting. Yeah. So I might try planting other radishes, maybe. It might be because it's, you know, it's been hot, it's summertime. Here's some other Swiss chard. I had originally tried to plant chives along here to see if I could get them to germinate, and then I could like move them when they got big enough, and none of them actually germinated. So that middle zinnia plant died, but there we go. Okay friends, thanks for spending just a little bit of time in the garden with me today. I still have some work that I need to do, but I got hot yesterday, and the day before we had a lot of rain. It was like, and yesterday it was humid and I was all sweaty and gross. But I want to thank you for spending some time with me, taking a look at the garden. If you have any suggestions on anything, how to do stuff about pests, because I definitely have had like squash bugs, squash vine borers. Then yesterday I found tomato hornworms. I have ants in my bags. I've had the little roly-polies or pill bugs. I forgot their scientific name. I have found those. And I don't know what's going on with my marigolds because I thought they were supposed to be like pest resistant or like a repellent. But something is like eating them. I don't know what's happening. So most likely I might end up pulling the marigolds in the planter box here. And maybe trying to do something else. I don't know if I'll do that today or not. I may. But again, thank you so much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button and the notification bell. And I do have more videos planned. I haven't been uploading regularly too much lately, but I do have some videos planned that I want to do for y'all, some like cooking type videos. So be on the lookout for that. Please subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.